Well, good morning from Wolf Lake. It is 5:20 a.m. It's supposed to have some thunder and lightning around 11. I am going to pack up and get out of here. Last weekend on my trip, I made egg wrap for breakfast with some cheese and some salsa, and I'm just making that again. I'm kind of in a hurry. I want to get out of here ASAP. The sun is up now. It's absolutely gorgeous out, but it's not supposed to last, so I need to get on my way. Well, it is 6:45 and I am all packed up, ready to go. I don't know, the canoe's over there somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is, hiding behind the tree. So I'm heading right across the lake. There's like, I don't know if it's a creek or not, but there's supposed to be a waterfall there. I think there's just a very, very small portage, 157 meters or something. And then I've got to paddle through Dudney Lake, which is, I think, around 4 kilometers. And then I have a 490 meter portage into Chiniguchi Lake, I think it says the southwest arm. And then I'm going to paddle through and see if I can find a nice site near Caribou Island. There's a shot of my campsite from the water. Way up there. There's my fire pit. Quite something. Beautiful, perfect mirror this morning on Wolf Lake. You know, I always think, oh yeah, it's just a little portage. The first one, no problem, right? I don't know, it's like 157 meters or something. And I have to remember that in Temagami, there's no such thing as a little portage. They're all almost always tricky and difficult over lots of rocks. This one was uphill through some teeny tiny spots you had to walk. Ooh, I just slipped on a rock, see? Slippery spots. So, whenever you have a portage, just plan for it to be difficult, because it probably will be. Correction on that last clip, it's 185 meters. Not 157. Pretty. There's my girl waiting for me. Here's Dudney Lake. The wind has picked up a little bit, which I actually am grateful for, even though it's blowing against me. It's cooling me down quite a bit. It's gorgeous out. One of those times where I wish I could have smell-o-vision for you guys, because it smells so good. Glade can make as many pine air wicks as they want, but it's never going to smell like this. Well, it's 8 o'clock Saturday morning, and I am just making my way through Dudney. I'm about halfway through the lake, and there's supposed to be an old ranger cabin just up here on the right. This historical cabin is still standing, it says. I'd stop there and take a peek. I haven't seen anybody anywhere. It's just so nice to be out here. It's such a beautiful place, all by myself. It's like my own lake. It's so cool. And if it's gonna be thunder and lightning today, I'll be surprised. I mean, I know the weather can change pretty quickly anywhere at any time, but there's not one cloud in the sky right now. Instead of just going straight through Dudney, I decided to paddle to the right side here and check out this historical ranger cabin that's still standing. Alright, let's go take a look at this crazy place. Ooh. There's a nice fire pit. It's really safe to go in because a lot of it is collapsed. This whole piece is just on a brick. But there's a lot of broken glass everywhere. People have written their names everywhere. It's got that smell, you know. I'm gonna go look at the other entrance, see if it might be easier to get in. Somebody's boot. I'll give it a go. I guess, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna fall right through the floor. Oh, kitchen drawers, cabinet, looks like a sink there. Oh, it looks like they don't have plumbing in here. I am really nervous to go through the floor. Not gonna lie, lots of bugs in here. Hello? Anybody home? Oh, lots of bugs. Closet. And another room. Wow, that's something. Get some little bottles. Dish soap in there. Very cool. Can't forget the outhouse. Yeah, that little thing. That's something. Wow. Nice window. Well, here's my second portage of the day. Also my last portage of the day. It's 490 meters into the southeast bay of Chiniguchi Lake. And it looks pretty flat, or even going downhill by the way the trees are. Holy crap. Feels like bug land. welcome to the southeast arm of Chiniguchi Lake. I gotta keep moving because I am swarmed right now. So earlier I was mentioning how the bugs weren't that bad on the portages here as they were last weekend in Algonquin, and I now take that all back. This portage was probably the worst out of all of them I've done last weekend and this weekend. There's a lot of swampy water in the middle of it. And there's a lot of stuff like this on this portage. And it's not super hard to walk through. It's not very deep, and it's not like sucky muck, as I call it, that sucks your feet in. But because of the standing water, yeah, this is where all the bugs are breeding. And when you walk through this portage, they're all here just waiting for you. It's quite a treat. Anyway, another big thank you to my bug shirt and my bug net. Because without them, I would not be here. I would just stop for a second and see if you can see them and hear them. I don't know if it'll work. Okay, gotta keep going. I can't stand still, they're just awful. Alright, bugs, your time is almost up. Thank God, because you're driving me crazy. Oh, beautiful. Well, it took me a while to get away from those bugs this time. I had to paddle really hard, and they were still all in the canoe hiding and biting me. At the end of the trip, when I'm counting my mosquito bites, I'm sure a good portion of them will have come from that right there. And that leads me to think about the swamp waist-high mud that I gotta go through tomorrow. Hopefully it's not that bad, but the bugs are probably going to be really bad there, and I can just see myself start freaking out, stuck in the mud, and bugs just biting me to death. Ah, the joy of tripping in June. Oh, welcome to Chiniguchi Lake. I'm assuming I'm going to see people out here because it's such a big lake, but I don't know, maybe not. Well, I am enjoying my paddle here on Chiniguchi Lake quite a bit. There's a very light wind. It's not enough to cause me any issues paddling, but it's just enough to cool me off and keep the bugs away. And I'm happy to be back in the canoe, let me tell you. Truly magical. I really, really do love this place they call Temagami. I can't wait to explore more of it. I'm really looking forward to this part of the paddle today. Although as soon as I got in here, the bugs started swarming around. I started seeing dragonflies, meaning there's mosquitoes out here. Oh, it's so pretty here. I can't believe that I am the only one out here. It just astounds me. There's a heron. Can you see it? Goodbye. The scenery here is just spectacular. And look at this. Big, huge mountains on the other side. Beautiful water. It's just gorgeous. I found Seagull Island. It's right next to the island that has a campsite on it. So it almost makes me not want to go there. The other one at the other end of the lake is pretty far from these two, so I don't know if I should take a chance and go all the way down there, or if it's no good, then I have to come all the way back. I've got my video playing because I keep seeing these seagulls come flying out, and I'm just waiting for them to attack me. I think that the site is actually open on this side, and it's not facing the seagulls either, which would be lovely. Well, I've stopped at the campsite on the island to check it out, and there's a little peepee bird here. He's just peeping away. He's running down the path. He's very upset. Hi! Do you have a nest here? Don't be afraid, I'm not here to hurt you. He's quite peepee. He's running away from me. Why wouldn't he fly? Oh, here's a really nice tent pad. Is he calling another bird to come and attack me? Well, that little peep bird must have come out of this egg. And that's why he's here, because this is his island, I guess. This is a really nice site. Beautiful view of the sunset and the mountain. But I went around looking for a privy. I couldn't find one. I'm not saying there isn't one, but as you can hear, the seagulls are going crazy. And they're making that same call that they made when they attacked me. There was just 5 of them flying around here where my canoe is. And they're totally freaking me out. I don't think I can be comfortable staying here. After what happened, I just don't know. I don't know. These birds, man. I don't know. See all the seagulls? They're like circling the island. I just don't like it. They make me nervous. But it's not even that. It's just the sound, like listening to them. It's not like the sound of a loon. So I decided to leave the island site. It was really cute. I liked it because everything was close by and I had to lug my stuff all over to set my tent up. But this seagull island, you hear them? I don't want to sit on my campsite in Temagami listening to seagulls all day and all night. Like, that's not natural. That's not the sound that you're supposed to hear out here. And I don't know, there's so many of them, like right there next to the island, like, no. So I actually paddled out away from them across the lake first, and now I'm paddling the way that I'm supposed to go because I don't want to go anywhere near them, just in case. I'm going to try the site at the end of the lake. It's at the northern tip, and I should get sunset and sunrise there. And hopefully not see these seagulls, and hopefully it's nice. I know I'm so picky, right? But I got nothing else to do. I mean, it's 10:30 in the morning on Saturday. I have all day, so why not look around? Might as well. I got the pick of the lot, so. Although I'll probably paddle all the way to this one and then I'll find out someone's on it. That'll be funny. Oh, bye, beautiful island site. Bye, chirpy bird. Bye, seagulls. Good riddance. I don't see you again. Oh, I took my time paddling across the lake. It's a beautiful day to paddle. The wind is just right. It's not too gusty. Although that sounds like it is, but I think that's coming from Telfer Bay. Campsite looks vacant. And it looks like it's on a point, so that like the wind blows through it, which is perfect for this time of year. I know this must be the right campsite for me because there's a beautiful lady slipper here. Alright, well, I've got my stuff up here. It's a really nice site. A huge fire pit here. Got a beautiful view of the elephant over there. And Telfer Bay, and I can still see the seagulls way over there, but I can't see them, just the land. And you can see all this side too, and the bay over here. So I'm just setting up. Actually, I'm not setting up yet. I'm trying to figure out where to set up. I don't know if it's going to rain today again or not. Like, I don't know if the forecast has completely changed. So my instincts tell me better safe than sorry. I should probably set up in the forest. That way if it rains a lot, then at least I'm somewhat protected back there. So I guess I'll do that. And then I'm gonna have some lunch. It's 12 o'clock, believe it or not. Even though there's wind on this site, it's not like the one yesterday. There are bugs everywhere and they are driving me nuts. So I set up the bug shelter. It's all ready to go. I gotta go to the canoe and I'm going to pump some water because I don't have anything left in my bottle. And then I'm going to eat my lunch because I'm hungry. I've got everything set up top and I'm so hot and sweaty. The sun keeps coming and going, but they're just white puffy clouds. They don't look like rain clouds. I was gonna sit here and have my lunch, but first thing I'm gonna do is get in the water and cool myself down. I think if I sit out here on the rocks and eat my lunch, I shouldn't be too bothered by the bugs. It's not actually black flies or mosquitoes, it's the deer flies. They are everywhere. There are like hundreds of thousands of them up there and they're just driving me insane. This massive crazy wind just came up and one, I'm really glad that I'm already here and I'm not canoeing in this because it's crazy. Just came out of nowhere and like there's whitecaps on the water instantly. I was just about to get in the water. And two, is blowing all the bugs away, so that's great. But wow, what a wind. This is why I get up at 5 in the morning and paddle at 7 a.m. That felt fantastic. And just as fast as the wind came up, it just went back down. So I might be moving my lunch eating into the bug shelter because all of a sudden the deer fly are back. I've got my lunch and this lunch was supposed to be for Monday. So basically what I planned was for Monday to have all Canadian food. So breakfast is pancakes with maple syrup that I made. I just have a little bit left from my batch last year that I made in Canada. And lunch is rye bread with Montreal smoked meat. So I have that. And then for dinner, pea meal bacon sliders on bannock. So Canadian, Canadian, Canadian. However, Canada Day isn't until Monday, and today is Saturday. I came in yesterday morning, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's 4 days to Canada Day from when I came in. Obviously, I'm not walking around with a cooler and stuff. I did make a Ziploc bag full of ice that kept the pea meal bacon and the Montreal smoked meat very cold until last night. The ice actually didn't melt until this morning, so it's just been not cold for today, which I think is fine. It's Montreal smoked meat and it's smoked meat, so it should be okay. And the pea meal bacon, I've gone a few days without eating it, but it's been really, really hot. And I just thought, you know what, waiting till Monday is stupid. The food's gonna get bad and then I'm not gonna have it to eat for one. And then I'm gonna have to carry it out all spoiled. So I thought today, Saturday, is Canada Day. For my lunch and my dinner, I'm gonna have my Canada Day meals today. So I'm gonna eat this. I'm super excited to try it. I just tried a little tiny piece when I got it. It's from Stephen's Butcher Shop. It's really good Montreal smoked meat apparently, according to some people in Port Carling. And then I'm gonna have the pea meal bacon sliders later. So I'm gonna go have lunch and I'll let you know what I thought of it. So I'm sitting here having my sandwich. Well, most of them. It's really, really good. I put butter and a little bit of Dijon mustard on the bread. It tastes really good. It's very soft. I expected it to be more like roast beef, like a little bit chewy, but it's really tender. I like it. The cutest little pink flowers on my campsite. They're so cute. And then this whole thing is all blueberry bushes. Saw a couple of wee little blueberries, but they're not ready to eat yet. Here's my view for most of the afternoon. My campsite on Chiniguchi. Today's cocktail is brought to you by Nesfruta. Orange, peach, and mango with coconut rum. Yum. It's so much better in my bug shelter. It's so good. Happy Canada Day, eh? Got my old Canada shirt on. I have 3 Canada shirts this weekend with me. I'll be wearing one tomorrow and another one on Monday. Today is technically not Canada Day, but for my video's sake it is, because I have my Canadian meal. For dinner I have pea meal bacon, or what they call Canadian back bacon, and that's going to be on some garlic cheese bannock bread. I think bannock is also Canadian, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. Now, I have made the pea meal bacon sliders quite a few times, and I do have 1 or 2 Camper Christina Cooks videos on it. I will post the link here somewhere, not in the tent, up on the screen, so you can check it out if you want. I'm not going to film it all again. I'm just going to show you the end result when it's ready to eat. I'm going to get to work, and I'll be back in a bit. Well, I'm just sitting here listening to some Our Lady Peace and kneading the dough. I'm pretty happy. I'm getting a lot better at this. I remember the first time, I don't say the first time I made it because that was like 17 years ago, but the first time I made it recently, I had forgotten how sticky it was, and I knew that I made it in the bag, but I used too much water, and then I had to keep adding flour. I did 1 pour and got the exact amount that I needed, and it's beautiful. So I'm gonna now try to stretch it all out to make it into 2, like a top and a bottom bun, and then I'll fry them up. Alright, here's my Canadian dinner. Pea meal bacon, 2 pieces on there, on some cheese and garlic bannock, and it's gonna be good. I cannot wait to eat this. Hope everyone had a great Canada Day. Well, it's about 8:45. Sun is slowly setting, and the wind has calmed down quite a bit. It has been a beautiful, beautiful day here on Chiniguchi Lake. I haven't seen a soul. Bugs are still bothering me, and I've been in the bug shelter most of the day, in between swimming and sitting on, as I'm fending off the bugs, sitting on rocks and stuff. And I'm going back in there now. Bye. Hey, well, it's about 10 o'clock on Saturday night. It's just starting to get dark out, and I am ready for bed in my tent. Super anxious about my portage tomorrow. It's 895 meters from McConnell Bay into Laura Lake, and I've heard that the last 200 meters or so are mud. And I don't mean mud like, oh, I got some mud, whoops, like I'm talking about mud that goes up to your thighs and your waist, is what I've been told. So now I also know someone that went through last August and it was dry. Chances are that it's dry to me are pretty slim. Hopefully I'm getting something in between and I don't sink to my waist, because if I do, I'm going to be in big trouble. So I'm going to be taking a bunch of precautions on that portage tomorrow, carrying my beacon right on my body instead of just in my pack, in case something happens, bringing a rope with me. So tomorrow I got about 5 to 6 kilometers of paddling, and then the 895 meter portage, which is the longest one of the trip. After that, I'm going to be on Laura Lake. I've got about 4 kilometers of paddling there. And then 5 meter portage, another kilometer of paddling, 165 meter portage, another kilometer of paddling, and then a 225 meter portage into Evelyn. So it's a pretty heavy day tomorrow. It's about 1,290, I think, meters of portaging, which is the most that I've done this trip, but Last weekend I did a 1900 meter portage in one shot, so it's not a huge deal. There's 3 sites on Evelyn, so I'm going to stay there for the day, and that's about it for tonight. So great day. I'm glad I got away from the seagulls, and I'm looking forward to getting that portage knocked out tomorrow. It's really stressing me out, so I'm going to go to sleep so I can get up and get going. So good night.